So to truly understand World Mobile, you need to understand exactly where it is competing now. To do that, we first need to understand how traditional telecom companies compete. So traditional telecom companies compete at the infrastructure level. And so their entire business model is based on owning and operating physical networks like towers, spectrum, and fiber. Now, the problem with that model is that it is capital intensive, slow moving, and increasingly vulnerable to technological innovation. And this is exactly where World Mobile breaks away from the traditional telecoms model, because World Mobile is infrastructure agnostic. In other words, it is not locked into a single infrastructure model. Instead, it can either utilize its own infrastructure or it can plug into existing infrastructure. It is a win-win. World Mobile can adopt whichever infrastructure delivers the best outcome in terms of both the user experience and the economics. And so this completely changes World Mobile's competitive landscape. Since it is infrastructure agnostic, there is far less pressure on World Mobile to be the technological leader in every underlying component of the physical network. Instead, it can focus on where the real opportunity actually is. So the question is, where is the real opportunity and where exactly is World Mobile competing? So as I have said a number of times before, World Mobile isn't a telecoms business. World Mobile is a platform business that happens to be in telecoms. Now, platforms at their core are the coordination layer that sits between supply and demand, making it easier for the two sides to find each other. And they do this without needing to own the underlying infrastructure. Now, a prime example is Uber, which if you've watched any of my recent videos, you will know that I have used it as a parallel to World Mobile, and for good reason. Uber connects supply, the drivers, with demand, the riders, without needing to own the underlying infrastructure, the vehicles. In the same way, World Mobile connects supply, the node operators, with demand, the users, without needing to own the underlying infrastructure, the anodes. And so this is a fundamentally different model compared to traditional telecom companies, and it creates a fundamentally different source of advantage. Specifically, by being infrastructure agnostic, World Mobile benefits from 5 key advantages. The first advantage is capital efficiency. World Mobile does not need to bear the full burden of funding and owning every layer of the network infrastructure. And so this reduces capital intensity, improves flexibility, and frees up capital that can be allocated where returns are highest. The second advantage is speed of deployment. As I have already mentioned, World Mobile does not need to build its own infrastructure because it can plug into existing infrastructure. And so this reduces time to market, lowers rollout friction, and reduces execution risk. The third advantage is resiliency. As new technologies emerge or economics change, World Mobile can adapt with them instead of being disrupted by them. And so this increases durability and strengthens robustness. The fourth advantage is optionality. World Mobile can pursue any infrastructure combination that best maximizes user outcomes and returns in each market. And the fifth and final advantage is infrastructure upside, meaning that when World Mobile does own the superior infrastructure, it is able to capture even more value on top of the platform economics. And so together, these advantages don't just accumulate over time, they compound. And this is where we begin to understand why this model is so powerful. Platform businesses are the businesses that capture outside value because they benefit from ecosystem dynamics rather than just asset ownership. Specifically, the value of a platform is driven by 2 key variables. The first variable is participant density, which is the number of participants engaged on the platform. And the second variable is application breadth, which is the number of applications that are built on the platform. And so this means that within the context of connectivity, value is not only created by laying more infrastructure, but also by coordinating more participants on the platform and hosting more applications on it. And this is exactly why World Mobile wins. World Mobile is the first company to scale global connectivity through a platform model. Instead of building the superior physical layer for connectivity, World Mobile is building the superior software layer instead. And thanks to its first mover advantage, it is uniquely positioned to win. And with that, I'm going to wrap this video up. Hopefully, that all made sense. It's a lot to digest. Hopefully, now you have a better understanding of where World Mobile actually competes and why it is positioned to win. In the meantime, until next time, as always, remember the best is yet to come.